If you want to move a point by an exact distance, that can be sometimes rather tricky. Here I'm holding down Shift to constrain it along the horizontal axis, and I want to move it by exactly 80 millimeters. But it's rather hard to get to exactly 80. So, while holding down my left mouse button, I'm going to right click, and up comes the moving distance pop-up. So here I'm going to type in 80, and now it moved it by exactly 80. And you can do that vertically, horizontally, and in any other direction that you're moving it. Just right click while holding down your left mouse button, and then type in the distance that you want, and you could do 8.5 or 8.4 or any number, point anything that you need. You can also move a whole line in that manner. Just push the whole line up or over, and then right click, and then type in the distance you want it to be moved. Now if we switch to our transform pattern tool, and we start to scale this up, and then right click, we also get a transform box, and we can write in the percentage that we want it to change in the width, or the total dimension. So we want this to be 700. We can type in here 700. And then it's almost going to be a perfect 700. And if we wanted to scale it by an exact number, holding down the left mouse, right click, and then you can type in how much percent you want the height to be scaled. If you want to scale it to 200%, you can see here it got much bigger. Or you just want to scale it 30%. Or 100%. 110%. Or the exact dimensions you want. So I'm going to type in here 750. And if you don't want it to be locked together, to be constrained, just click this, and then you can type in a different thing into the height. 600. And there you can see, if we say OK, we got a new size here. And it does its best to give you the size you want, but it's not always very exact. So sometimes it's better just to select the line with the Edit Pattern tool, drag it up, holding Shift if you want to constrain it, and then right click and say what a distance you want it to be moved. So here we want it to be 4 millimeters in order to be a perfect 600, so I'll do 4, and there we've got a nice 600. Then to get 750, I'll drag this one out, holding down Shift, right click, and that should be, one moment, how far should that be? It has to be 2, right click 2, and there we've got 750. And if you wanted to get rid of that 0.55, then just go 2D Pattern Window Properties, arrow key movements, type in there 0.55, select this line or the other line, and do one movement with your arrow key, and then you've got a perfect number. And then to get rid of that extra bit there, you could do the same thing. 0.68. Then nudge that up, and you've got a perfect 601, and then you could go in and change that to be 1 again, and then move it up another one to get rid of that 1, and then you've got a perfect round number. If you have a rectangular that has the same lengths on both sides, and on both sides here, on this line and this line, the side ones, then when you transform it, and you want to transform it by an exact length, it's going to work better than if one side is longer than the other. So then right click, and the height we want is 500, and there we've got an almost perfect 500. So to move the points, you can either use your Edit Pattern tool, and then right click, or you could use your Edit Curve Point tool, and then drag it out and then right click, and it's the same thing. Just unfortunately you can't go doing that to curves. But maybe they'll add that one day.